So let's talk about goals for 2026 as I set up my TRX. Number one, gain muscle. Number two, stay in shape. Currently, I stand like around 215 pounds, 220 on the high end whenever, I have a bit of a bigger weekend. This one being a bigger weekend as it was my birthday. Had a good time with friends and family, made some good carne asada. I love grilling personally, and I also love catering to people. So doing it for my birthday was honestly what I wanted to do. Nice. Number one goal for fitness is to hit a 315 bench. Currently, my PR is at 265, and let's see when the 315 comes. Aiming for summer. Eat you. So, gonna warm up the chest here. Some chest press into tricep press. All right. Sun's pretty bright right now. Winter in Los Angeles. Get a very nice 70-ish sun. Dog's toys everywhere. All right, onto the tricep press. Very nice solid 12. I'm gonna do two more sets of that as a warm up. If you're not familiar with this, it's a suspension trainer, brand TRX, and these are excellent. When I became a trainer back in 2016, they were just in, not sorry, 2018, not that old yet. They were just in the market, and they've been fascinating ever since. My first one outside of the gym was actually from a client. He was very kind enough to give it to me after we had finished our program. About 6 months into it, the original one that he gifted me, lasted me a very long time. It didn't rip or anything. I'll tell you the story about that later. But after I didn't have them for a while, I needed it back. Not even a year after losing the other one, decided to get a TRX. The benefits for mobility, core, and very high versatility for essentially any exercise that you can do with typical weights. For 2026, this is my number two goal, integrating it even more into my training program. Not just as a warm up for mobility and stretching. I hit weights very often right now and want to work on my mobility even more. And there really is no other way to do it other than integrating this into your program. And if you've never used it before, this is harder than it looks. Very fatiguing, especially at the angle that I'm doing. Triceps fired up right now. Whew. It's a warm up, so I don't want to burn through my triceps so much. So I'm gonna move a little forward right here just to make it a little bit easier. And instead of burning through the muscle, I just fire it up. Maybe a little bit backer. There you go. You don't want any slacking. You want to keep a tightness on the straps as you perform your movements. And 12 right there. All right, so just finish that quick chest warm up. Triceps are definitely feeling it. I know my back, serrated anterior muscles, pec muscles also are feeling it. So that's good as I try to warm up for the 225. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a quick core warm up. I always want to work out core Doesn't matter what leg day, whether you do a leg day, a chest day, upper body day, lower body day, any type of variation. Gonna get started with torso rotation. Single hand mode, chest lined up with the anchor point, offset foot position, and then you go into the core rotation. Want to make sure that as you do the core rotation, you keep that chest up, back muscles active. This one feels really good. It looks a lot harder than it really is. You get a good stretch everywhere and good rotation work done right here. If you do heavy bench, you also want to have a good arch, whatever you want to call it, and that involves getting your core active to help you with heavier bench movements. This feels like 9. And 10. This is my first time uh, recording and training, so I'm off a little bit on numbers, don't mind me. So, other side, shoulder, anchor point, lined, torso, rotate. Getting a little closer to kind of align myself even better on the feet. Don't be afraid to align yourself little by little. One of the concepts for the TRX is no stopping. Instead, adjust your angles so that you can keep on going with good form. Big advantage that the TRX has over weight. You don't lose momentum that way, and you adjust as you go along. Cool. You're gonna take it off at single handed mode. You're gonna keep it fully lengthened, and we're gonna go ahead and do the standing forearm plank. One handle, then the other. Forearms in the foot cradles, and get into the standing plank. See right here, I'm lagging a little bit, so I fix myself. And then imagine that you're on the ground, putting pressure on the foot cradles the way that you would move the ground away if you were doing the forearm plank. Chase the plank. Really, really chase the plank. Hold. Ooh, keep the glutes tight. Make it hard on yourself. For me, this isn't too hard anymore, but it's always a good warm up. I remember when I first started on this, it was brutal. Feels really good right now. Go for about 30 seconds. Let's call that right there. I'm gonna go for 2 more sets of that one, and then I'm gonna hit the 225 bench press. So now we're gonna get to the bench press, the main workout of the day. Today I'm doing chest and abs. So after this, I'm most likely gonna hit hanging abs as I refire one of these incense sticks. I've been doing incense sticks for about a while now. Whenever I train, gives a good aroma to the gym and a cleansing vibe. So my warm up typically is 185 for reps. But as I warmed up over there with the TRX, and as I'm trying to get to a heavy bench, we're gonna hit 225 right off the bat. We're gonna aim for a 5x5 and then see where it goes from there. If I'm feeling good, I'm gonna go ahead and raise up, maybe go for a pyramid and low reps for strength. If I'm not feeling so good, I'm gonna go ahead and aim for volume and maybe just hash out 185. Who knows? We'll see right now. My bench has been lacking lately as I train it less. That being said, I did hit for my birthday. Some of the homies came, and then 2 of them in particular, both of them related, of course, our little gym broy. And of course, one of them wanted to hit the bench and to see in the gym for the first time. I joined. He's pretty strong. I joined as well. He hit a good 8. I hit a good 10. The other one that doesn't bench too much, he hit like a solid 1, 2. They kept going. I didn't because I wanted to be fresh for right now. So let's hit this 5. bench press, align it, try to get the lats engaged, pinch a penny, arc, raise, and lift. Not bad at all. So yeah, I'll keep it 5x5 for right now. Felt good. Been doing 5x5 3 sessions in a row now. This one being about the same as the other two. Whenever you do aim for strength, you want to take a nice solid break, around 2 minutes, 90 seconds if you really want to push it. Never 60. If you go for hypertrophy, 60 to 90 is ideal. You go for strength, 2 minutes, 3, it's ideal. Anything more than 3, that's when you might be starting to lag a bit. All right, that's my 2 to 3 minute rest right there. Gonna hit the second set of the 5x5. Around set 3 is when it really starts becoming easier. 3 and 4, 5, it's where it starts getting harder than the first and the second. So let's keep it going. Align, engage the lats, pinch the penny, arc, and lift. You want to bring it all the way down to your chest. A little bit of time under tension. If you can, that's 4 and 5. And do your best to bring it aligned right there. So 5x5. It's a very popular gym trend. Gets results. Before I hit the 225, I really struggled to get past 200. 5x5, a few weeks of that got me there. Still without a spotter. I've been benching spotterless now forever, it seems. A big whoop. You just got to make sure that your form is impeccable. Else, you're in a bad position. Of course, it's been a few of those bailout moments. Maybe I'll catch it on camera and you guys can see how to get out of that. So, continuing with the rest here, let's go for the 3 minute mark so that 3, 4, and 5 are great for 5x5. Again, if I need to go down and weigh, I will. Probably. All right, set 3. Let's get her done. Same as the first two. Align, arc, lift. Set 3, done. As you saw right there, that tempo was a little bit more. First two, a little bit more time under tension. As you know, it's still fresh enough to be able to handle that way. Set 3, more of a push. Like I said, set 3 was a little bit easier in the first two, strength wise. Endurance wise, because it was fresher, the first two, it made it easier in that case. So maybe one day this will be a warm up weight. I doubt it. 185 seems like 200. 185 between that range to 200 seems like the best warm up rate because you're not totally killing yourself right before the main work. Point of a good gym program is to have your not accessory, but to have your warm up, your cool down, save your best for the main work, of course. Set number 4. Let's get her done. Nice and fresh. Oh yeah. Yeah. Best set so far. Take a nice little break. Normally I actually be listening to music, headphones on, But I prefer not having that as I record. I guess put some attention into it. First time doing it, I feel like I had to do it at this point because I have not only a lot to offer in terms of information and stuff, but that's just a feature of fitness, really. Coach, and for yourself. For example, like let's say you're a drummer, you're gonna want to play the drums for people if you're good, of course. So same thing with fitness, but they're trying to put myself on display, whether it be for client gaining or for logging. Truth is that you need to be part of the internetscape to get your name out there. And I'm just gonna show up and work. That's really what it boils down to. Let's get these final five going. Yeah. Hopefully, I get to the five. Might have to do three and then just hash out 10 on the 135. Step five really blows. Lock out. Whew. Step five really blows. Maybe if I didn't hit those 10, I would have hit the five today. The 10 on Saturday that I'm referring to. But, bygones. Coming down to 135 for this final set. When you can't hit the total 5x5, at least put yourself through the test and hash out immediately as many as you can. Up to 10, maybe 12. Hey, BJ. To make up for it. Wow. Whew. Yeah. So that's the main work bench. Gonna do some accessories on the TRX once more. Again, goal for 2026, 315. More suspension work. I'll see you right there in a sec. See what we got here. Get my mat out as we are going to be doing ground stuff as well. Line that with your TRX. It's about right there. Chest flies. We're going to do 3 sets, 4 maybe of 12. Again, I'm going to finish off after that with TRX push-ups on the ground. 30s fully lengthened actually. So let me go ahead and put fully lengthened for the chest fly. Get more of a stretch. Let's move you a little more over here to catch a better view. You see Biju right there. Chest flies. TRX uses your body weight. I weigh about 215. More or less is a 215 body weight. Resistance also mattering on how steep you are. For this workout, I forgot to put in more counterweight. So you might see me jostle around a little bit. But it shouldn't be too big of a deal. If I wasn't able to control my body weight with the straps, then this would be going more like forward. But because I'm able to keep it in my chest and on the straps, then I stay stable. Getting a good stretch on the pecs, getting a little bit of a curve as well. Wrist out, mimicking that stretch. 12 right there. Very nice. Let's get in the shade for a second. It's accessory work, so you could go ahead and go for this one a little quicker. I consider that about 60 seconds. Find your vector and hash out the movement. Very nice. So as you can see from this angle, even though it's a little bit more to the left that I wanted, you can see how I'm mimicking a chest fly on the machine with the wrist motion and getting a deepest stretch as possible. And 12 right there. Set 2 done, 2 more to go. I'm always working outside, so I get plenty of sunlight, which is one thing that people apparently be lacking. So, count my blessings there. Basically, like working out in the park whenever you have your backyard to your advantage. You can see my dogs roaming around. You can also see chickens. So, very nice gym environment. Like I said, accessory work, way less time for rest than the main work. This is how you get a very proper pump. You already have greater type 2 muscle fiber activation because you did a heavy work. In this case, the bench. Final set here, 60-second rest. Again, TRX advantage. If you do want a little harder, go for a little steeper. Always making sure that you have a good range of motion. Feel it in my core, of course. Feel the stability in my calf muscles, a little bit in the hamstring, and that lower back. 12. And all the work right here in the chest and the shoulders as you want. Final thing for today, we're going to go ahead and set up for the TRX push-up. And finally for today, going to hit the TRX push-up. So the one I just did is actually a chest press. This is going to be a TRX push-up. You want the strap mid-calf position, every single ground exercise. You want to hit a mid-calf. You want some more information on what that means? I'll eventually link it down below. Ground. You want toes in. This part I kind of suck at, but now you're going to flip around. So this is actually take two. I pushed the button on the shutter by accident when I flipped. So, set number 2 right here, TRX push-up. First set, they bugged me, so gonna have to get used to that when they're here. They're not here that often. Just have them for today. Spend some time after Jan. All right, let's get into the push-up. The closer you are to the anchor point on the pendulum, the easier it is. Right now, I'm a little close because, well, it's still pretty hard for me right now. Gonna hash out 12 quick ones, no time and attention. Gonna get better at this. Set number 2, let's go. Hey, chase a plank, up and down. Woo! And come out. It's a lot harder than it looks. Let's check out how it is. First time checking it out. Let me see. Be right back. All right, set number 3 on the side view now. Set 2 look very good. I like my form throughout a lot. Set ground facing anchor point. Toes in and flip. And set 3. Let's hit it. Let's see how I look on the side view. Chase plank and down. Woo. So yeah, that 12th one, I have to drop. It's pretty difficult. Woo. So this is the case where the final one might be around the 90-second mark. But yeah, that was basically the day. I'm very proud for getting this done. Let's see what else I could bring to the table. Just know that you're seeing the 2 main goals of the year, 2026, right now in the form of the bench press and in the form of the suspension trainer. I'll tell you guys about my program in the coming days, maybe after this video. Let me just get some of this water. And let's finish off set number 4. Stick it to the end. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's hit it and finish off strong. As many as you can, up to 12. Hey, yeah. Fatigue definitely setting in. But you show up in the face of fatigue. Hey, yeah. Yeah. Woo. And that's how you really hit gains. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.